Hi everyone. I think it's an apt metaphor that as I stand here before you, freezing my tush off in an increasingly cold New York City, the sun is actually setting on the Statue of Liberty. This was the gateway right over there for millions of refugees who came to escape, especially a lot of Jews, like my grandfather in 1902. Tsarist oppression in Russia, anti-Semitism in Poland. Today I'm very close to the Polish government, thank God, but there's a lot of anti-Semitism. Lithuania, where my grandmother's from. And they would see the golden lady with the golden statue. And they knew that there was a new birth of freedom. Now my grandparents raised my mother right here in New York City. And my mother took a trip to Israel when she was about 18, 19, met my father in Beersheba asking a handsome young Israeli for a falafel. Okay, that's how they met. If my grandparents would be alive today to see that a mayor has just been elected, and the fact that he's Muslim is something I welcome. I want to see this city, which is the most diverse on earth, as diverse as possible. But if they would see that a mayor who speaks openly about globalizing the Intifada that puts Jews at risk every place on earth, because the Intifada is violent, if they would hear about false charges of genocide. My grandfather's from Poland. He's from Lomza, which makes the best beer in Poland. My wife's grandparents barely escaped the Holocaust, and my wife's grandfather's entire family was annihilated. Globalize the Intifada is nearly a call for a second Holocaust. So New York City has always been that symbol of openness and tolerance for blacks, Jews, gays, Muslims, atheists, agnostics. And if Islamist Mamdani wants to change that, especially the Jews as his targets, we begin to understand the deep level of discomfort. Now, so many people are talking about, we're going to move to Florida, where I'm from. I was dumb enough to go from Florida to New Jersey, the New York area. We can't run. We can't hide. We've tried that for 2,000 years. It does not work. You have to fight and stand up for your rights. You know, you all know that I'm very close to the black community, and I spent my life forging ties between the Jewish and black communities. When innocent black men and women were being shot by almost all the police are honorable. They're not corrupt the way Mamdani called them, but there are some bad apples. When innocent black men and women were shot by the police, they marched in their tens of thousands to protest the injustice, but we in the Jewish community do nothing similar whatsoever. We have got to ensure we don't run from New York, that we ensure that that crooked statue still stands there, not just physically, but symbolically, to protect